Alright, so let's meet Parthenax and get I don't know if this counts for a bonus, but it would be nice. And then it's Blackreach time. In the case of Blackreach, we need to do we need Dogma, we need
Your training proceeds well. Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to? They have always... Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool and... What? If the world is meant... No, not now. Not until you return to the path of wisdom. For the decision whether... We do not regret this loss. Only Parthenax. He is our leader. He speaks to only those who... We will issue a shout to open the way to Parthenax.
I don't think it will be a big problem to deal with Blackreach at this point. I feel like we are way too strong.
The path to Parthenax lies through this gate. I will show you how to open the way.
This is our final gift, Dragonborn.
Look. Va. Kor. I will grant you my understanding of clear skies.
Okay, 599. Let's see if this does bump my Magicka regen. A little bit.
Who are you? It has been long since. Not until introduction. By long tradition, the Elder speaks first. Hear my thum. Feel it in your bones. Match it if you are Dovahkiin. Go to it. A gift, Dovahkiin. You'll understand fire as the Dove do. Now, show me what you can do. What would you... You would not call our Hadrem. But what? Perhaps this... Here, it was... But this, which is what you could learn...
Alright. Well, it's Dragon's Reach time. Let's... We should be prepared for Dragon's Reach. I am... Yeah, I need to buy Feather Falling. I need Feather Falling. This character. Ba-ba-ba. So, as I was saying, I think Black Reach is not going to be a problem. I'm a bit worried about the Enchanted Sphere, but... Nah, we fight only one and I should be able to deal with it. In Synderion's house there is a Storm Atronach scroll. We can just use that, I guess. Falmer should not be much of an issue, especially in the open. But we'll see. I cannot keep the magic resistance too high. Like, we need to go down like this. So 54 magic resist. So shock will do damage. Not a lot, but it will do damage. And we don't have that much HP, right, to begin with. The good news is that if we do Ogma and we do the Akatosh, like we kill the dragon in the Dragon's Reach, basically we get 80 health. So we should go up to 200,
Dig
90.
the elders, but no.
Fine.
On the Cosmolat, one block. Have you heard? But trust. You can know.
Alright, so let's do this properly. Let's go and sleep. Actually, I didn't get any gear. I'm not even sure. Do I want to get some gear before I go to... Nah, it's fine. I don't think we need anything else. We have everything we need. Yeah, it would be nice to get some... Oh shit.
What could it mean? Return of the Dragonborn? And who among us could possibly hold that honor? such power.
Pa-pa-pam. Alright, Temirak annoying pricks. So let's switch to full magical resist. Then you don't have the magic to sustain that. It was a good move. She healed. Yeah, let's bring this stuff with us. There we go. Alright, so I was saying, we sleep. Incredible, she did a lot of damage even through cup magic resist. Not that I see it.
Sure thing. It's your drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry.
I don't want to buy clam
Are we
chowder.
running low on meat?
No, even Ranmir can only drink so much.
We need
Let's just keep an eye on the
update.
supply. If there's anything you need, let's sate that appetite, huh?
Okay, it's time to go to Black Reach. All right. We cannot open expert locks yet, so that's a bit of an issue, but I forgot to buy expert master keys, so we are going down as is and whatever. I don't know what to say. I don't know how I forgot about important stuff like this, but I did. So yeah, no expert locks for us. And it's going to be focused on poison resistance, because the thing that can kill us in Black Reach is if the farmer manages to trigger to paralyze us. So everything else should be fine. I can drink potions of you know, to resist if needed. Yeah. Please, Leonard. No. Just try to keep it for yourself. Chizar. Stop it, Chizar. Oh, boo, it's not one shot. Shame. We found so many dwarven shield of vigor, it's incredible. Man, I haven't done a Nakatosh build in forever. It's something about being forced to do the main quest that is fun. I should do an illusionist at some point, just to have fun. Maybe Sirabane illusionist? Yeah.
Who is this, brother?
Minutes, okay. How is the wind mage doing? Is incredibly powerful. Probably the strongest mage I've ever played. I'd say. Maybe the only thing that is missing is a proper channel spell. So that's a bummer. But everything else is stronger than anything else. Like on the destruction side, is stronger than. The damage seems in line with blood magic, and it's definitely stronger than fire, frost, and shock, but also stronger than abyssal, and because it uses less magicka than abyssal, and stronger than of arcane. But arcane is like the problems of arcane are others. It's not the damage. The apprentice spell in particular is incredibly good. Like this spell here is would be nice to not is just it's very good. The adapt spell is an AoE ice sphere thingy, so it's not as good as the ice sphere because of course it doesn't have frost, but still incredibly useful. Yeah, any corridor is basically death trap for enemies, and because it's like an ice sphere, takes time to get to the enemy, so you can shoot it, look somewhere else, and mages just drop their ward and get hit by it. So it works really well against certain enemies. I don't know. Maybe I'm just, maybe got better, but this feels way too easy. Way too easy. Tornado deletes everything in late game. Tornado is Windstorm. This one. Yeah. No, but that's the thing. It does, like, I'm starting to understand why people say it's really strong. It is really strong. It's too strong. It shouldn't be like this. But it's not. it's not even just that. Like, there is like this perk here, right? So let me explain what's my frustration. So electrostatic discharge works only on enemies that have less than 35% shock resistance, right? So high level enemies, they won't be affected. Deep freeze, 35% frost, right? So high level enemies are not affected unless you debuff them. Cremation, only 50% fire resistance or magic resistance, right? So again, most endgame enemies won't be affected by that except undeads. But even undeads, if they have resistance, they're not affected, right? And then, you have even undeads are immune, right? So it's good, but, it's situational. You don't take this because it's good, you take it for Fire Mastery, right? And then you have Wind. Breakthrough Winds works on everybody, debuffs them. So that the next wind spell does more damage, right? This is clearly strong. Am I the only one thinking this? Like, I don't want, I always criticize things. I don't want to be the contrarian in the room, but this feels like the clear superior element to me. If you just put the perks together, this is way, way, way strong. That electrostatic discharge, deep freeze, and cremation. I don't know. Am I the only one? Like, it does feel like it's on its own league in terms of. Well, of everything, really. Yeah, that I can agree. It would be better if each element debuffs the resistance. My only problem is that it should be... Like, if you want to do that, then this is important that the debuff it gives on magic resist is less than the other elements, right? Because this is for all magic. Like, you can hit an enemy with this and then use arcane discharge. Like, of course, the debuff is not too super strong, but still, debuffing magic resist is a very strong effect by itself. Even a small debuffing magic resist is a very strong effect. It's not. So, I feel like it needs to be. Yeah, exactly. It needs to be revision. But overall, like. Can I be fully honest with you guys? I feel like this is how the destruction mage should feel. Like, this is very strong. It feels good. It's you can use it against any enemy. Some enemies will be more resistant. Other enemies, it's better if you hit them with the element that they are, susceptible to. But there isn't a case where wind doesn't work. Like, I'm level 75, I delete stuff from the... With only wind, like undeads, you can put dragons, any dragon. I don't have to switch spell when I fight dragons. I just... It doesn't matter what the dragon is. So, it does feel more like... I don't know, easy... It does feel like easy mode, let me put it this way. And again, maybe I am contrarian, but... Man, look how much at the magicka we are using. We're not using magicka, and so you get all the benefits you have with other spells. Like, let me show you. Right, let's go apprentice. Right, so you have Abyssus Parasite. That has a huge cost, right? And it's 111 damage. And a buff of 12%. But the point is 111 damage. Arcane Missile is 104 damage for 29 magicka. Firebolt, 132 damage for 23 magicka. And then you have Wind Slice, 117 damage. Debuffs the output of the enemy, debuffs the magic resistance of the enemy, costs 14 magicka, and something like 10 stamina. Like, you are telling me that these 4 spells are balanced. You're telling me that this Wind Slice, you look at this 14 and this is fair. Like, it does more damage than the most expensive spell in this list. I don't know. To me, it's obviously not balanced. Yeah, I agree on the blood. I don't care about lightning, although I understand why you're saying it, because endgame sucks. but for me, that's not okay. That's not the problem. This is not the problem. The issue is that blood magic does similar damage to wind, but uses health. Okay, blood magic is extremely difficult to use because every time you use one spell, you need to weigh pros and cons on being hit by the enemy you have in front of you. Alright, it's very, very difficult to play a blood mage, right? It's not comparable to wind magic. Why the hell they do the same type of damage? That's not... Come on. Honestly, I don't understand why they removed the magic resistance bypass from blood. Yes, it was strong, but... Like, I don't get it. Why restoration spell bypass magic resistant blood spell that are the one that really cost? Don't. Fire, frost, and shock getting both elements when wind only gets. No, I'm starting to wonder if the balance they've done with the other elements is that you use two at the same time to get additional damage. But that's silly. Nobody does that. Look at the streamers. Nobody uses frost and shock to do additional damage with fire because the enemy you have in front is either resistant to one or the other. This is just unfair. Yeah. This is just yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not trying to, you know, always criticize TBFTX, but whoever made the wind spells clearly made it stronger. It clearly liked it more than the others and made it stronger. Blood cannot be weaker than wind. It cannot be, like, it's just not how it works. The resource you use for wind is cheap. Like, yeah, it costs also stamina, but look at how much stamina it costs. Like, that's... who cares? If only we could code. I can, but I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I have enough coding in my daily life. I don't know. I'll be honest with you guys though. I'm not sure if I finished the walkthrough because I feel like I exhausted the challenges already. With the shout build, you know, it took forever to get there, so there was a payoff, and I enjoyed the payoff, right? Here, since from when I took Wind Slice, I haven't had a challenge. Like I fought dragons, I fought the vampires, we fought Talmors, like Falmer, Falsephone, like nobody's resisting. Yeah, Falsephone resists this, but Falsephone resists all the magic. They are Bretons, they have 20% reduction, that's it, it's coded. So, I don't know. This feels cheap, like, the thing that can happen is that I do a mistake. That's the only thing that can happen. Yeah, and I really enjoy TBFTX. I mean, guys, I wouldn't play it every day, come on. I really enjoy, I'm not trying to push them down, because that wouldn't be fair. They're doing a terrific job. But sometimes I really wonder what the hell is going on. Like, this is again the same as Breton with Atronak. Whoever developed the Breton trait made a cheat code for Atronak. It's the same problem all over again. Like, I don't know. Why can't we have... Like, for instance, I love arcane magic. Why can't I have a proper arcane spell instead of this shit? You know what's the difference between Wind Slice and Arcane Missile? Okay, apart from the cost, which again, I would like to remember you that Arcane Missile costs twice the amount of Magicka that Wind Slice uses, okay? So, Arcane Missiles that is not resisted by Magicka resist. So, there is a set of endgame enemies that are going to take way more damage from Arcane Missile by instead of Wind Missile Slice. But you know what's the big difference? Wind Slice, I can hit enemy at any distance. I tried. I can hit the dragons on the other side of the screen, even almost at the drawing level. Arcane Missile, I cannot hit the wall in front of me because it's the short range, because of the short range. And again, like, you're telling me that nobody thought about that? I don't know. It seems done on purpose. Like, why Arcane is inferior to the other schools, the other type of destruction spells? The problem is getting fixed. Yeah, I read it, but let's see the fix, because again, I feel like Arcane keeps getting screwed, but why? Yeah, it's strong, but it is supposed to be strong. That's why we pay that much Magicka, right? Like, the point of Arcane is, it costs a lot of Magicka, but it's better. That's it. So why we have to work with random bombs and low range missiles and things like that? Same for Blood Magic, right? Blood Magic, it's as simple as it gets. You pay a price in Blood to have stronger spell, but then give me stronger spells. Like, why we need to go around this? Why we need to have 1 million things around this close? Like, like, okay, let me do an example of this, right? So, Blood Magic has a spell that Wind Magic doesn't have, that is very helpful. If you ever used Sand Magic, you know it's very helpful. It's the, I think Blood, I don't remember, the one that hits away around you. And so you cast it, it's a focus spell, and it does damage around you, right? That kind of spell is very, very helpful. Very, very strong, because what you can do is you bypass the, for instance, you can bypass enemy like wards. Right, but also you can hit behind the walls, you can hit multiple enemies around you. It's very good. It costs blood, so it is supposed to be strong. But then you have like the Sandstorm in Alteration that has higher range and does, I mean, not the same damage, but still a lot of damage, and it doesn't use blood, right? And it never feels balanced, because why would you use the blood one where you risk dying as soon as you start using it? When you have an alteration spell, you're a mage, so you have alteration. You don't have a choice, right? It's not like I'm a mage, I don't have alteration. You usually have alteration. Why won't you use Sandstorm to do the same thing? Like, I don't understand. I tried to do blood again with this recently. I don't understand why blood gets screwed so much. Like, why blood is not as strong as it should be? Why it is the inferior version of everything? Like, make blood magic stronger than the counterparts, because you use health. And that comes with a, like, that is a hefty price, but also comes with a huge advantage. Like, look at this. This is a slow hitting ice sphere. Yeah, it's not as strong as ice sphere because it's not frost, but it is, you know, uses like by it's not resisted by frost resistance. Most of enemies have frost resistance in this game, and does the same thing. So it's a slow moving ball. Why blood doesn't have something similar? Oh no. So I mean, it's fun to play. The only thing I will say, and it's true, is that it's really, really, really fun to play. That one, because it feels like the mage. Oh shit! It feels like how the mage should have been from the beginning. It's as simple as that. It's a very, very, very strong Altmer. When I play Altmer, I always have this problem. Eventually, one enemy manages to go through my defenses. Was it the bypass magic resist? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I agree. Like the magic, the bypass magic of blood was the right choice. You pay a hefty price to have that. So let's have that. Actually, I would claim that it shouldn't be Restoration to be the one with the bypass magic resist. It should be Blood Magic, because it's blood magic. So I don't know. For me, it's like I would definitely do that. But even then, like fire magic is very strong. It's not as strong as wind, but it's very strong. But then you have shock magic that is not even comparable to fire magic. In the end game, in particular, it's resisted by everybody. Like, when would you use lightning magic? Unless you are, you know, doing a character that only does that. I mean, you do what Mitch is doing right now, which is a walkthrough, spell power, and then use lightning because you one-shot most low-level enemies. Yeah, sure. But that's not what makes a school strong, an element strong, right? Yeah, it used to be very strong because... So, the way blood was intended to be was... Yeah, exactly. Why they remove the fact that shock is good against Dwemer? Why they remove that? What was the thinking behind this? I don't... This is one of the things I don't get it. Not even that. That seems like the basic thing, right? Like, okay, we have one enemy type that is extremely vulnerable to shock. Right? And then give Centurion some hefty resistance to, I don't know, magic, for instance, right? And then problem solved, right? Like, Centurion, Dwemer are resistant to most magic except shock. That would be amazing, but they didn't do that. What they did is they, in an effort to, I think, balance Frost, they made it so Dwemer are weak to Frost. What? And I don't know, this feels like a huge salad. Like, the balancing is all over the place. The way, like, we have played this in the past. So the way right now it works is fire magic, super strong. Ice magic, fine. It's good. It's not too strong, it's not too weak, but it's good, right? Like, the main gimmick of ice magic is that some of the spells do half damage that is magic, it's not frost. So it's not resisted by frost. Like, when you use Ice Shard, you're not doing frost damage. You're doing half frost damage, half magic damage. So they kind of made it stronger. So frost is fine. It's not as strong as fire, but it's fine, right? Then you have Abyssal is pretty strong. It's just extremely expensive to the point where if you're not specialized on that, it's just too expensive. But it is strong. It is an interesting gimmick. Then you have Arcane Magic that is impossibly strong at high level, to the point that every mage should use it at high level, and extremely weak at low level. Like, Arcane Missile sucks. It sucks. There is nothing, no way around it. It sucks. Blood Magic, it doesn't make any sense. It's comparable to Wind Magic, does a little bit more damage, but like uses health. And then you have Wind Magic that is the better version of everything else. Like, yeah, okay, there are some enemies that maybe, you know, are weak to fire and it's better to use fire. Sure. But for everything else, this is better. And then you have alteration spells. Sorry, I hate this place because... One second. One moment. Let me... and then you have alteration spells that in many ways work. Like, yeah, they do less damage, but they're better spells. Like, Telekinetic Rock is resisted by magic, does less damage than wind, but doesn't cost as much, and it can stutter enemies, right? And it does it consistently. The Novice Sand spell is amazing, but also Sandstorm. Can we agree that Sandstorm is an amazing spell? Like, Sandstorm is one spell where when you are very high level, if you want to get rid of a room quickly, you just jump in the middle of the room, use it, and everything dies around you. it's so good. So it's not one spell, right? It's a lot of good spells. So it feels like the older spell types are weaker. Like they got nerfed badly, like shock and blood. They got nerfed badly in some kind of attempt to, I guess, balance stuff. This, I mean, again, this is really fun to play because it's how it feels how the blood mage used to be, where when you start getting strong in wind, or in the case of okay, like you are a force to be reckoned with. You are like your enemies are going to be scared of you if you play the yeah, good night, huh? So I'm enjoying it. I'm not going to complain about this. I just wish, not necessarily for balancing, but more like that my favorite school, which is Blood Magic, was brought back to the original, you know, glory, or at least some resemblance of that. Because right now, after playing these up to this point, like I had so little challenge. And most of the challenge come from me doing mistakes. That if you ask me what mage I should play, I would probably tell you a fire wind mage. Probably with like fire for Drogra until late game, and then late game you just go wind. This is the superior version of the mage. One question that I have for the wind spell is I'm currently not doing a spell power build, right? I wonder if I do a spell power build, how strong this becomes, because that wasn't the idea with this build, but like what a Azura Dammer can do with this stuff. Because if I am deleting everything, like when I switch to Ritual, how much more damage I can do. Look at the damage we are doing to the Centurion. Yeah, okay, we are experts, so it's normal, right? But still, maybe let's try to not die. So it would be nice to try that one, the wind mage with full spell power, and see how badly kicks the enemy. This is the apprentice spell, huh? Honestly, the restoration spells, they should be just specialized in killing undeads. They should remove this thing that they bypass armor, bypass mage resist. Leave that to blood, and the restoration spells, they just kill undeads. That's it. That's the gimmick. You don't need to give them some other meaning, some other, you know, like they bypass magic resist or things like that. The sun spell. Arcane Disjunction is good. The only problem with Arcane Disjunction is for how long you have it, because it's I think it's only 15 seconds. It affects the enemy for only 15 seconds, which sucks. Like, let's be honest. No, I mean the sun spells. Like they give the gimmick now that they bypass I have too much stuff with me. Do we drop this? Yeah, no, I'm going to use it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I agree. I have the same exact problem, and it's annoying. It's so annoying because, come on, that's the whole point, isn't it? I want to see one thing. $443. Okay, so I can dual cast this even without the perk. What? That's why you use penetrating against Mirak. Your best bet are wind spells. Yeah, I agree with Tim. Yeah, 100%. Everything is said. You go wind spells. I mean, maybe the way you could go if you really want to stack the strong things is you go Mistress of Darkness, whatever she's called, and then I need to go and sell stuff. I have too much stuff with me. And then I use her to debuff the enemy, because Arcane Disjunction right now is just super annoying to cast. I mean, Arcane Disjunction with wind spells though probably works, because wind spell also have the additional advantage they're super fast to cast, so probably that works too. So I can see casting Arcane Disjunction and then Wind Slice, for instance, or a stronger spell.
You can see. Confound. So, you wish to master the arcane arts?
Oh, we got Eminent Destruction. We got an even better ring. I didn't see it. My bad. So yeah, let's sell this. Yeah, he doesn't have the money. I have a feeling the Mirak is going to die to this build unless I do some mistake.
So, you wish to master the arcane arts?
There is no wind cloak, right? I don't know if this counts. This counts all the bonuses, but you can see Blood Magic is doing basically the same as Wind Magic. Like, it's just very visible that it's limited. Haralda's done. Let's see.
You consider restoration a valid... It can make... So you wish to master the arcane arts?
Yeah, I'm also not seeing some of the messages for some reason. So good to see that. You know what's funny? Google kind of invented the modern way to distribute the systems, and it's incredible that they completely forgot how to do it in the process. Jesus, YouTube doesn't work. Like people, I thought people were joking when they were saying that YouTube doesn't work, but no, YouTube doesn't work. Yeah. Yeah. Imagine for me, the whole point of doing streaming is to talk to people, and some messages don't even reach me. And then I get people saying, "Did you delete the message?" I'm like, "No, I didn't." Why would I delete the The point is to talk. Very frustrating though. Let's go up conjuration. I don't care. I want to get. Okay, so 1 second. What do I need to do? I need to get this there. Eminent Magica, we keep it. Let's go to Justician Robes, Close or Resistant Magic, Justician Boots, Apprentice Suit, Eminent Destruction, and now what we use is Worm. Never had it like this. I had some pretty bad, I don't know if it's me, but some pretty bad connections. Like people sending me messages and not reaching me, and then sending me in Discord private messages saying, "Why did you delete my message?" I'm like, I didn't even see your message. But also, why the hell would I delete your message? Okay, let's make some casting this, and then we need to open expert locks. We open desperate blocks, we do this, the Justician Gloves, MPLS alteration, yeah, and let's check SKS. No, SKS, KUI, SKS. Group 2, Group 3, Group 4. I need to add some bindings though. That would be useful for Group 5, 6, 7 because I don't have them at the moment. Anyway, let's do Black Rage. It will take a bit of time. I'm not optimized, but I'm. I'm running out of, like, I don't have a huge investment in optimizing the speed. Like, usually at this point I would go and get some magic, and we will do it probably, but some destruction robes, you know, just to have them. But right now I feel like I can do this without taking those. Alright, so we are going to have a lot of automatons. So what we do is we get outside, get them to see us, get inside, run out the stairs. And then we take them apart. 1, 2, 3. Ah, not that many. I have a problem with stamina. Oh, the food ran out. Salmon steak is so good for this kind of builds. Strange that the enemies, they know that I'm here, but they're not following. Usually I get all the spheres coming out here. No, they are attacking me, so something went wrong. Go up. Speaking of balance though, one great thing they have done recently is this unarmed perk. It's such a good perk altogether. Makes playing a robes, even a warrior, but like a robes character, much better. So you get bonus for not having an armor. I really like 1 out of 5 physical attacks miss you. It's really good. That's good. Oh shoot. Right, we need to collect those. Forgot about this. We need to collect those because we need to get and we're not making potions at the moment except the gradual ones, but then I think later we'll make potions. I'm not feeling really the need of potions except the gradual ones. Like, you can tell that I'm not using that many potions at the moment. But maybe we can optimize the potions later, once we have all the bonuses. Could be fun. We don't need to use the perk, let's keep it for when we get to 75. Sorry, alteration 75, I need 3 perks. Because we need Mage armor 4, so we need expert. And banned blood, holy shit, we need banned blood. We badly need bad blood actually, because that changes the way you play mage a lot. But then I also want like a spell shield or whatever it's called. Can I hit there? Can I do this? Will it work? Yeah, come on. Come on, guys. Have you seen that? What have I done? I need that. So, I cast the tornado spell, Whirlwind, and I hit far away all the enemies, including ones that were not in the cone of the spell. It just, the spell has a huge cone, like hits everything. This is what, yeah! Have you seen what the tornado has done? Some people was mentioning that there are a lot of strong for fire spell and frost spell. It's not just wind, but wind feels like the easier one to use. Just eats everything in a cone perfectly. Very, very big cone. Like, again, the only thing it's missing is a concentration spell, which I guess is the way to balance it, because yeah, those spells are strong. Agree. Like, very strong. You can make a build around the concentration spells. Nerf. Yeah. Okay, not to the ground, but make it so that it's more in line with the other schools. And then if you think it's too weak, balance the other schools too, right? So we were up there. I threw a tornado. Tornado killed the two here and this guy here. Like, a tornado was there. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's not the only one. Like, there is also this one that does more damage. It's fast, goes in front of you, and hits everything in front of you. It's a blade. So, it's not only one spell, right? You have the, again, like, Wind Slice is a good spell. Whirlwind is a good spell. The tornado you've seen, it's an amazing spell, and then you have the blade that also is a very good spell. It has less range, but it's faster. So, you know, you can pick between fast spell, slow spell, based on the enemy, right? Ah, that was a mistake. I didn't want to do that. The poison. Let's see what I'm doing. Like, look, the enemy is far there. Let me see if I can hit him with arcane missile. Maybe yes. Let's see. Okay. Because I'm ultimate, right? So let's see if the one behind. Yeah, but okay, I would probably be able to kill him like doing this. Okay. Oh, I forgot. This. Come on, we're almost there. I may perk in illusion later on. We need some kind of arrow resistance for you know, stuff like soul cairn. The damage we took here is was way too high. If we go to soul cairn with this damage, they're going to obliterate me. What? Wait, what happened? Oh, I looted. Carry weight sucks. See the distance. Yeah. Look at that going. Look at that going. Look at keep going. Like it's infinite. It doesn't have a range. These spells don't have a range. It's like alteration all over again. They hit forever. They don't have a, you know, a limit. What? I heard an arrow, but maybe I was. Alright, let's try to do this without going out. Let's see if I can do this. No. Well, fair enough. Why they're not moving? I'm not attacking. They broke because I went out? Weird effect. You can do the same trick that you do with the ice sphere. So what you do is you aim at an enemy that is static, and if it's big enough, the enemy gets hit twice with by the whirlwind. So you do a huge amount of damage for for a spell at that level. It works. It's the same as the as the ice sphere. So except for the freezing part, everything else is the same. Alright, 75 alteration, which is a new power up for the build. So let's get expert alteration, and this one is difficult. So I think we're going to do Mage Armor 4 and Bend Blood. Yeah. Also because if I take Absorb Magicka, then I always use Absorb Magicka, and that's not good. And then we take this, because one of the main source of damage we take is shock. So I think it's fair to take that. Let's yes, and Bad Blood, which is 34 seconds, even when dual caster. What? Wait. 210 health? Bad Blood costs 210. What? What? Oh shit. I killed myself. No. What the fuck? What happened? What happened? Bad Blood costs more than 210 health. What kind of mage can cast that? Is it normal? Am I... No, I used it in the past. It doesn't work like that. What the fuck happened there? What happened there? Sorry, 1 second, guys. Let me see. Let's save. Get back all our health. So what did I do wrong? Bent Blood, Mage Armor 4, right? So we have 210 blood, right? So convert physical damage to physical, but the top is to cast the blood. Yeah, but not 210 blood. How much blood do you need to do bent? It was always like this, bent blood. Wait. How can somebody know this? Fuck. Is that written somewhere? So, cost 128. But it costs more in health, and it doesn't tell you that it costs more in health. So, let me understand. So, okay. So you have a spell that uses more blood than Magicka, and you don't write it anywhere. So any mage will die. how a person... Is it written somewhere? No. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. This is again one of those things where if you don't write the cost anywhere, I always assume the cost is less than the Magicka, because why the hell would it cost more than Magicka? Why would it cost more than Magicka? How would I know that it costs more than Magicka than Magicka? Like, are you telling me that I'm the only one that died using Bent Blood? But also, in the past I've used it, it wasn't... It was always like this, Bent Blood. It uses 110 Magicka. So the cost is 128... 110 blood. So it's not more, it's slightly less. It's 132 Magicka and 100. Well, I guess I died. I don't know what to say. I was having fun, and I guess I'm considering not counting it. Like. I don't know. What we do? We continue. We close here. We died. We died. We officially died. We died to a spell that doesn't tell you how much it costs, but you need to kind of imagine that it's 128 magic is going to be 128 health, and then dual casting this kills you. I guess fair. No, I need to think about this. I don't like to continue when I die, but god, this was a stupid way to die. Like, if I get killed by Ancano, fine. If I fall down, it still sucks, but fine. But this... I wasn't even... Like, yeah, okay, fine. It uses caster blood, but 210 health, I didn't even consider it was a chance to kill me. Like, I wasn't even looking at the script, but he killed me. I was looking at the chat. Whatever. I'll close here. Thanks for watching, guys. I don't know. We'll see what I do. See you later. Bye bye.